If you caught my video from last week and saw my social media coverage, I attended Zero Trust World in Orlando, Florida a couple weeks ago. As I mentioned in my review of the conference, it was a great experience. It was a lot of fun. One of the things going into it, my expectations were high and it met and exceeded my expectations. I just kind of knew going in that it was going to be a great conference, but when I got there, sometimes seeing is believing, just experiencing the conference itself. And so one of the things I was doing was checking out the labs that they had there, the hacking labs, and so I could do a review on those. So they were really interesting, and they were hands-on labs. And one of the things too, there were labs that required hardware, like the rubber ducky from Hack5. So they had one of those in the labs, and I attended that lab. So it was really pretty cool, a lot of fun. And if you get a chance to attend, and I would attend. We're going to take a look here at the agenda. So you can kind of see the event was spread out on a Wednesday, Thursday, and they kind of wrap things up kind of a half day on Friday, but they really got into the hands-on labs stuff on Wednesdays and Thursday. So one of the first things I went to, as we can scroll down here through the agenda, was the Exploiting Active Directory Lab was one of the ones I attended, as well as the Using Metasploit, a Beginner's Guide. That was one of the labs we saw here. And then, as I mentioned, Active Directory. And then also there was a cookie theft lab, which I attended. That was very fun and interesting. And then there's also, let's see, the rubber ducky. I didn't get to attend the advanced lab, but there was a rubber ducky lab that I attended, hands-on lab, and they provided us with a Hack5 rubber ducky. So we went through using the different payloads in the rubber ducky to setting it up. And one of the things I really like that they're doing some of the offensive security or red team type hands-on hacking labs is one of the things I don't think we get enough of sometimes. I know there's a lot of focus on it when people are wanting to move into cybersecurity, either first time profession or moving in from other careers, is there's so much focus on ethical hacking and people feel like that's the way you have to start. And career wise, you don't have to start that way. I loved it and think it's a good experience. And I really think it is an area for any security professional to get experience in that area. If not, at least understand offensive security, how the threat actor mindset works. Just understanding that's going to make you a better defender. And so in these labs, they did a great job of doing that, seeing how something like a rubber ducky could, be used to exfil data and do all sorts of malicious stuff on a desktop, because some cases USB devices may not be blocked. And so there's a lot of things that you can do with that. So it was interesting to see that these were like 1 hour long workshops, and the ones that required hands hardware to do these hands-on tasks were, provided. So all the attendees got free rubber duckies. So that was fun. It was good for me. I had an older rubber ducky and got an updated version. My old rubber ducky didn't support USB-C, but these supported both USB, the older version of USB, and also the USB-C, which is kind of great that they have that. So that was a fun lab. All the labs were taught by Zero Trust employees, not Zero Trust, but ThreatLocker employees, with the exception of the Exploiting Active Directory lab. So this was a lot of fun. It was led by a person that works for Hack the Box, and so having those Hack the Box labs were very important, and is cloud based. I highly recommend Hack the Box for your educational needs, because they have really, really great labs. It's cloud based. You're not having to set up a home lab to be able to access these different types of challenges and educational activities. But they went through that and explained how to do different types of Active Directory attacks, which I found very informative. And like I said, this is a really, really great for defenders alike to attend. And we see here the lab for the advanced rubber ducky. They also had getting started with the rubber ducky. So they had a more beginner type lab before going on to the more advanced rubber ducky session. So you get an idea how it works. You get in there and you get to learn some more skills through that. And they shared some different scripts and stuff that they'd written for the rubber ducky. And then the using Metasploit Lab. So this is a good one to give you the basics of how Metasploit is used. For those that don't know, Metasploit is an exploit framework that's used to make into a system that it's exploitable a lot more easy. So when Metasploit was created, HD Moore created as a way to keep up with all the exploits, manage the exploits that he would use, and made it easier to manage. Then it came in to become a full-blown exploitation framework. So this is a good way to get your hands dirty and learn how to use that. And let's see, what other labs do we have? Also, as I mentioned, so they had phishing simulation labs. This one I didn't get to attend. And then the cookie theft lab. So it's really interesting to see the risks of cookies, how these can be used to uh, maintain or access as another person, another user's session. So this is very important, but it's really nice to not only see how these things work, it's nice to see how easy it is to put this into practice, how this can be done, because hearing about it high level and hearing about the vulnerability doesn't always do justice to the attack. So getting to see how that works sometimes works really well in showing you how it works. And it's also kind of good as a practitioner, if you could demo this to your management, then sometimes it's a good way to justify budget for new tools and training. So like I said, this was a really good experience, and I would highly recommend Zero Trust World 2025. I mean 2026. So keep an eye out for that. So really excited, and just kind of to go back and kind of mention some things about the conference overall, in case you'd missed my other video where I was doing just a general overview of the conference and review, was that there were great networking opportunities there. They had different talks there, fireside chats. They had different presentations. And some of these things, they were talking about the use of ThreatLocker, but a lot of these were just more or less vendor neutral, sharing the kind of the problem that they're solving. And so the feedback I got from all the attendees, really enjoyed it. One of the things that was a constant theme is hearing that they were really excited to see other topics covered. And so they even covered some macOS malware risks and protection, how to harden Windows servers, the secure Active Directory. So the hands-on piece of this was really great. They hosted some really good parties and get-togethers for the kickoff of the conference, as well as nice lunches during the event and some dinners. And one of the big hits of the event was because they have their superhero certification, or their cyber hero certification exam. And so they had a cyber hero themed party where people came dressed as their favorite comic book heroes. It was really nice setup. They had even for your DC fans, there was an area there that they had like a Batman or Batcave kind of setup. Really cool to see different costumes and people involved with that. And ThreatLocker had actually bought a Iron Man costume that they were going to auction off, that one of Danny, I believe it was, from ThreatLocker was wearing around the conference. It was really pretty cool. So it was a really good way to network with other cybersecurity professionals, get some good hands-on lab experience, and learn how to handle some of these risks in your environment to get more towards a zero trust, or at least a reduced threat landscape in your environment. So hope this review was helpful, and I hope to see you there next year